Oh, what's up, Hivers? Happy five. Ooh, excuse me. I officially changed the name. Well, first of all, it's 90s Friday, and you could talk anything 90s you want using the tag 90s Friday. But I've kind of adopted a secondary tag as well, 5 Tune Friday. But I've officially changed it to 4 Tune Friday, and I'll usually throw you a bonus and make it an even five. But we got 3 Tune Tuesday. And I'm not expecting 4 Tune Friday to turn into a big thing that a lot of people do. It's really just something I have fun doing. I'm not promoting this as a addition to 3 Tune Tuesday or stepping on Abe Blaze's toes over there. It would be cool if the 90s Friday tag took off. But you can talk about anything: movies, music, sports, the memory from the 90s, anything you want. But this second Friday tag is really just kind of something I love to do because I really do have fun the most just talking music, picking tunes. And I thought we already have a day for 3. Let's stick to 4. Maybe a couple people want to join me. And I'll always bring you a couple bonus. I might even bring you 10 songs one week. But I've kind of learned as we've gone, the weeks where I really do these long lists and talk for a half hour really get the least response. And I think a lot of people, when it comes to vlogs and taking the time out to listen to stuff, which this kind of post, I'm obviously sharing music. It's just better less is more, is kind of what I've learned. So 4 Tune Friday going forward is my special thing over here. Every now and then I'll bring you something special for 90s Friday, maybe an album review, and I'll still try to stick to the 4 Tune thing. But this week I'm bringing you songs from what I think are pretty cool albums that were not radio singles. I've done this 1 or 2 weeks before, and I've really brought a lot of radio big hits lately. So we're going to start off with the Foo Fighters from their 1997 album, The Color and the Shape. We're going to go with the song Hey Johnny Park, track number 3. It's a pretty good album. I'm very critical of the Foo Fighters, album 3 and on. I think Dave Grohl got away with being the nice guy in punk rock. Or not in punk, but just the nice guy in rock and roll. Like, he had such a squeaky clean reputation. The Foo Fighters, never were in the tabloids or anything. And then you come to find out years later, Taylor almost died. He was in a coma for a month in London. And in 2002, we never heard about it. No band was more protected than the Foo Fighters. And there were affairs and other stuff, It's just kind of interesting that they, for whatever reason, had this reputation, that none of that stuff was going on. Hey, they must have good PR people. But the first 2 albums are just good rock and roll albums. I know the Foo Fighters get clowned a lot these days. And then there's other people that say, Dave Grohl is the greatest musician of all time. I kind of like 90s, early 2000s Dave Grohl a little better. But, to me, the band just fell off. Album 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like you could take the 3 or 4 best songs off of all of them, put it on one record, and you would have an album equal to the first 2. The one exception is album number 7 from 2011. For whatever reason, every song is good. Maybe they were just feeling extra inspired. But yeah, that's my opinion on the Foo Fighters. I feel like the Foo Fighters family has a little more dirt than most of us knew about. And, you hear some of the stuff about Taylor wanting to leave the band and Dave putting massive pressure on him, threatening to kick him out and replace him if he didn't do all these shows. I don't know. A lot of stuff's leaking now that, sadly, that Taylor has passed away. And Dave Grohl kind of seems like a jerk. But hey, we're all human. Next up, so this album is the one exception on the list that was not really super commercially famous. Even the single, Shoulder to the Wheel. This is the band Saves the Day, the album Through Being Cool. Now, this album has, over the years, become very classic. It's an iconic album. It's a band that was kind of underground at the time. I remember when this came out, like Blink-182's favorite album was this album. They opened for Green Day and Blink in 2001 on the next tour, their next record, run. So this is a rare, I'm moving this one to the bonus because the whole point of this is bands that had hits and finding some hidden gems on those same albums. So this will be the bonus track. I'll move it to the end. And I'm going to pick the song Hollyhocks, Forget-Me-Nots. Since you probably won't even know the single anyway. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do there. All right, let's go with a Green Day song. I'm just trying to think, should I do 97 or 95? Let me look at... You guys probably know the album Dookie pretty well. I think last time I did one of these where I tried to find the deep cuts on monster big albums, I'm pretty sure I went with a song off this record. Let's mix it up. Let's stick with 97. Nimrod, 1997. All right, Nice Guys Finish Last was the fourth single. Redundant was a single. Time of Your Life obviously was a single. And Hitchin' a Ride was a single. I'm going to pick the song King for a Day. I'm going to pick the song King for a Day. There's some horns in it. It's just kind of a fun, chill, fun poppy song. It's usually the song that they let one of the fans come up and play guitar on. At least that's what they did back then. Next up, we'll go 1998, Eve 6. We're going to go the opening track, How Much Longer. Again, this is the album where the big hit was Inside Out. Well, it swallowed my pride, oh, it shook on the rawns, which I actually did pick for 3 Tune Tuesday this week. So this album was fresh on my mind. Leech was a single. It's actually a pretty good song. I liked it a lot. I remember seeing it premiere on MTV on a Saturday morning. And then there was a music video for the song Tongue Tied as well, which was on like some teen movie soundtrack in 99. But we're going to go with How Much Longer, the opening track. There's some pretty good songs on this record. Personally, I would have released this song as one of the singles. But that's just me. So we got 2 from 97, 2 from 98. Next up, let's see here. I had picked out I have a list of a bunch of songs that every time I think of one, I just kind of put it in. And, let's throw that on the list of the hidden gems, We're going to go 1996. Nah. We're going to go 98 again. We're going to do the song Question from the band Goldfinger, the album Hang Ups. So again, we got 2 from 97, Foo Fighters, Green Day, and then from 98, we got Eve 6 and Goldfinger. And that's the 4 tunes. And then obviously I'm giving you the 1999 Saves the Day song as a bonus. And the Goldfinger album was not as big as the Foo Fighter, Eve 6, or Green Day records, but it was pretty huge. The song Superman was monstrous, mostly from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, not even, MTV play. But Goldfinger was a pretty well-known band, but I will give it to you, not as big as the other 3. But Saves the Day at the time was definitely not getting any commercial love at all. It's kind of an independent record. So that's the bonus for you. So, enjoy 4 Tune Friday. That's going to be my thing every week. Some weeks I'll stick to one album and just showcase 4 songs from it. Other weeks I'll have some wacky theme and, share them for you guys. But partake if you want. Use the tag 90s Friday. Use the tag 4-Tune Friday if you're, a 3-Tune Tuesday freak and you just need one more day. It'd be a pleasure for you to join me, but otherwise, it's just something I enjoy doing. Frankly, I could probably do this every day. 5-Tune Saturday, 7-Tune Sunday, 1-Tune Monday. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope everybody's good. Later.